Hello and welcome to Those Fucking Fangirls, where we talk all things nerdy, book, TV, movie, pop culture, and how they integrate into our adult lives. I'm Christine.
And I'm Natasha.
And today we are chatting all things Renaissance Fair, what it's like there, what to wear, what you do there, what not to do there, if you'd like it, if it's for you, if it's not for you. We're chatting all the things.
And we have special guest, bestie, and social media specialist, Chloe Leverson.
Huzzah! I'm very excited. Yay!
I think Chloe has been to the Renfair more than both of us combined.
She's been there many, many times.
I would consider myself an expert now. It's whatever. I've also been to more than just one Renfair, more than just Irwindale. So, yay.
Nice. Yeah, so we'll get into that. But before, as always, we have Snap, Crackle, Pop Culture News, and so much stuff has happened in the last week. And I'm going to kick things off with today and Taylor Swift, because for the first time in almost a year, Taylor Swift liked a video on TikTok yesterday.
My entire TikTok is talking about how Taylor Swift liked a TikTok, and I can't escape it. And I'm like, oh my God, let me watch other things.
It was a graduation video to nothing new, and it was nothing special, but it was to nothing new. And, okay, since our last episode, a video of Taylor's 4th of July party from 2016 has leaked, and she's in the living room with her party, and she's singing Whitney Houston's I Will Always Love You. It's a beautiful, 20-second clip, and I wish we had the whole cover.
Wow.
I just really love
I had no idea that happened. Okay, wait. I thought you were going to explain the Handmaid's Tale Taylor Swift news.
Oh, look what you made me do.
Taylor Swift news?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
In the new episode of Handmaid's Tale, a big chunk of Look What You Made Me Do was in the episode. Taylor's version.
And I thought that you would have a really big theory about why it was in the episode, and you would connect it back to Rep TV.
We
No.
already had Look What You Made Me Do on a thing for Deadpool, and remember we were like, Deadpool's gonna have Look What You Made Me Do on their album. No,
We're just waiting. It'll drop this year. We just don't know when.
I hope so. It's the
I
year
think
of
Christine's
snake.
getting more and more,
I'm
dare I
getting
say, bitter.
annoyed. If it doesn't come out on the day that it came out last time in November, I'm gonna be like, bitch, are you waiting for your birthday? Are you waiting for us all to die? I can't. What if the world ends and you haven't given us reputation?
I'm kind of starting to get also bitter, but because it's just my favorite album and I just want it so bad.
I'm not bitter. I'm just disappointed, Taylor. We had so many good theories.
True.
And they all blew up in our face. Okay.
At least they were fun. At least they were fun.
Especially the one that was really normal, where you would put out both of them this year, like you put out 2 every other year. What are you doing to us? I can't hold on much. No, I'll hold on forever. But
She's
I'm
in
just
love
sad.
and unbothered. And I
know,
love
she's-
that for her.
She's on a break. She was on a break. And there's nothing we can do about it. She deserves it. She was nonstop for 2 fucking years.
Yeah.
It's true.
So that's my today in Taylor Swift news. Natasha, do you have some news?
Yeah. Okay. This is really exciting. But Wicked Live, the musical, is set for NBC this fall with Cynthia
on
and
TV.
Ariana.
What?
Who will be performing songs from the first and probably from Wicked for Good.
Wait. You need to clarify. Are you saying that they're doing one of those live performances and they're playing the characters, or they're just singing?
I don't think it's going to be a full reenactment of the film. I think
Like a
it's
live
just
concert?
A concert
Got
type
it.
of situation.
Okay. You know how they do those live greets?
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah,
was
they're-
thinking.
I don't think
Ariana
it's
was
gonna
in the
be that.
Hairspray one.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm excited about that. I think it's smart. Is it coming out after or before?
It's coming out before. So Wicked for Good
Hype
comes
it
out
up.
on November 21st.
Genius marketing.
It'll be live on
That's Twilight
NBC.
Day.
It'll be live on NBC, but then it'll be available on Peacock the day after.
Okay.
But right now, it's just Cynthia and Ariana confirmed.
Cynthia is so perfect, and she could do no wrong. And I'm obsessed with her. Also, all of her concerts that she does, she goes like barefoot. And if anyone's a singer, I know Natasha is, it's to like feel more grounded and to like really like plant your feet, especially when you're belting and using a lot of air. And I'm wondering if in this Wicked concert, they're going to let her be barefoot. Because that's like really the only way she sings now at concerts. So
no, I mean, maybe, I guess we couldn't tell in the big ball gown at
That's
the
true.
Oscars.
Yeah.
But I don't think the Oscars would have let her go barefoot.
I mean,
that's true.
Don't you think they would have let her do whatever she
I was about to say it's Cynthia
Erivo.
freaking Erivo though.
Would they even know if she just slipped them off while she was standing there? She didn't move
They
much.
probably wouldn't know.
Yeah.
The breath was so long.
Next, okay, we finally have tons of official Sunrise on the Reaping castings coming out. Maya Hawke from Stranger Things has been casted as Wiress. Now, I'm so glad I read this book when it first came out because now you're seeing all these names and it was like really special to just read the book and not know they were going to pop up. So I'm sorry in advance if you didn't know any of these characters were in Sunrise on the Reaping. You should have picked it up earlier. Hashtag how to avoid spoilers 101. All right.
Literally in the first few chapters, so.
No, not all of these. These are a lot of them come up, and it's like really exciting. Ralph Fiennes has been casted as Snow.
I'm so excited about this.
So
You don't like it because I remember you were saying you don't want him to be cast as a villain again, or like
I don't hate it, but I'm just like it's just two iconic villains of the same time period.
Yeah. I do. I mean, I think I said this last time, but like he has played so many villains, so it's just like, ugh. But it's another young adult / children's book where he's playing the villain. So it's just
but he also doesn't look like himself in the other one, so I think it's easier to separate it.
He won't have his British accent.
True.
I can see him in it, but like all I see now is Ralph Fiennes when I see Voldemort. But I'm fine.
I just love him as a human being, so I'm thrilled about it. What do you mean? Do I know him?
Do you know
like
him?
Personally?
You know?
No, but I like him in the same way that you like Taylor Swift as a person.
But I feel like I know Taylor Swift. Do you know him? Like, do you listen to him talk about stuff?
Yeah, yes, I really like his like press junkets, and I just think he's like charming, and he honestly is such a sweet, kind man for how many villains he plays.
Okay. Jesse Plemons has been casted as Plutarch Heavensby.
Cast. There is no
Okay.
casted. Okay. I'm sorry. It is one of my beefs.
Lily Taylor has been cast as Mags. It sounds like when I say that she's getting smushed between two giant things of like mold to like mold her body.
To mold her,
Like,
to
she's getting
cast her.
cast.
That's so funny because I'm thinking of fishing.
Oh, you're casting a line.
English is stupid. All right.
Many different casts.
And Elle Fanning has officially been cast as Effie. There are, okay, you know what's interesting? Luella and Lulu have been cast as two different little girls, which is going to be weird and creepy.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Okay. And that is, I think, it for the exciting Sunrise on the Reaping castings. I think we covered the other ones last week.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What else we got?
Okay, yeah. Someone said, wasn't there Bridgerton news?
Yes, I did. I wrote that down because you didn't put anything up Bridgerton.
I forgot to add it in my news thing. Yes, Bridgerton has been officially renewed for season 5 and 6, which is so exciting because, well, first of all, Netflix doesn't like to
Within
renew
6
their
seasons.
series for very long. I'm like, we have to get through all the
But it's also Shonda Rhimes, and it's been doing so
it's
well
so
for them
popular,
that it'd be
They're
stupid.
huge titles.
Yeah. They did it for Avatar: The Last Airbender too. They like
Yeah,
came out.
they just wrapped season 2.
Season 2,
That's
yeah.
in the news.
So they're being smarter, hopefully. Like knock on wood that Netflix
drawing it
is
out.
Yeah, renewing their good TV.
they don't want to lose it because they don't want to pay more to people. So if they do it now, they're paying this price instead of the price in like 3 years.
Netflix and I are getting along right now. They also picked up Sesame Street, which is a big deal, and that makes me really happy because Sesame Street lost its funding because PBS's funding got cut.
Oh my God, they rescued Sesame Street?
Yes, they rescued
so
Sesame
great.
Street, and they are going to continue, I believe, to do weekly releases, and I believe that they're in talks to like make it a little more accessible than just, Netflix is not necessarily super accessible because of the price point, so they're also trying to figure out. So Netflix and I are bestie boos right now. Probably in a month I'll change my mind, but I'm happy about what they're doing. Yeah.
Cancel happy.
They are. Yes.
And also Bridgerton season 4 is officially coming in 2026.
Why so
Is it
long?
spring 2026?
They didn't say anything.
I feel
They
like
just said 2026,
it's so
I think.
long. When did they finish filming?
Well,
Like-
we knew that it was going to be 2026, right, Natasha? I feel like
Yeah,
they
we
told us a
did.
while ago.
They haven't finished.
Oh, they haven't. Okay,
No,
that
they
makes sense.
started.
Then.
Well, maybe they just finished. They started in December, so I feel like it takes them about 6 months to film the whole season.
I don't
Or a
know
little
if
bit
you,
more.
I don't know if you were going to say this point, and if I'm stealing your thunder, Natasha, tell me. But like, it is really heartwarming that Penelope, being a plus size or someone who visually appears plus size, being like a lead, and then the success of her season, being able to renew and have 5 and 6, like that just is. I don't know. That says a lot about like, hey, we can have plus size romantic leads. We can have bigger bodies in romantic characters and it be successful. And I hope that like this allows and kind of opens doors for more stories that are just don't even necessarily touch on body image and like fatness or on being plus size and just allows characters to be loved in the body that they come in. Like,
Yes.
so.
Yes. I'm very happy for that, and I can't wait to see more of her and Colin too.
Yeah, we deserve more.
They need more time on air.
I hope they do the same thing that they did with Kate and
Jonathan.
Yeah.
What is his name?
Well, no, what's
Anthony.
his actually
Anthony.
character? Yeah, Anthony. I hope they do the
like,
same thing
that's
with
not
Penelope
right.
and Colin that they did with them in season 2 or season
Yeah.
3. Yeah.
Or more. All right. In other news, okay, this is crazy. I didn't know this and was not notified, and I don't know when it happened, but Attached at the Hip is on Spotify.
Oh my God.
People can just, if you have Spotify Premium, you have access to Attached at the Hip, the audiobook, which is a fantastic audiobook. Brittany Presley is amazing. And someone just like had it on their story, and I restoried it without even realizing it was a link to Spotify. And someone DM'd me and was like, "Oh, it's on Spotify now," and I was like, "Wait, what?"
Wait, why wasn't it already on Spotify?
Because it was there, but you had to pay for it. It wasn't part of their library.
Wait, and
now
it's-
if you have Spotify, you can listen to it for free, and it's less than 15 hours.
I was about to say, and it's less than 15 hours, right? So you can listen to the whole thing.
Listen to it. I think it's like 12 and a half
Huzzah!
hours. Huzzah! For reals. I was so excited because having your audiobook on Spotify makes it so much more accessible. It's like so many people pay for that library and will get their audiobooks from there. I just did this.
Oh my God, the comments of that
TikTok.
video pissed me off.
Oh my God. I just did this TikTok just being like, you know, that.
Yes,
Rude.
I know the TikTok, but I didn't see the comments.
Okay. It has so many comments being like, why don't you use Audible? Why don't you use Google? Why don't you use that? And I'm like, I use all of the things. I just have 15 free hours. I'm not going to waste them.
Yeah.
They were insane, some of the comments. I was like, are we sure we're literate? Like, what is happening here? Like, why are we upset?
Do we like capitalism?
Yeah, but we are finding any reason to be mad these days. I'm like, oh my God, like, just let a girl.
That's why I hate Spotify. That's why I cancel Spotify. I'm like, Spotify's not for this.
No, it's not.
Like, we get it for the music. I think
I'm
the
a
audiobooks are just an
Spotify
add-on.
ride or dyer.
I love Spotify.
Me
I've had it
too.
since 2011. Before it was paid.
Yep,
it was just
yep.
free.
I took a while to get there, but So I'm cut Christine off. So Christine made a video like with a funny sound about wait,
Rude.
you explain it.
Yeah, it's that rude. That was really fucking rude. Yeah. But,
where it said like when Spotify cuts off your audiobook because
And I feel like it has happened to all of us.
Yeah, because you get a 15-hour limit on Spotify.
It happened like honestly when I was reading this really like beautiful smut sexy scene and it cut off and I had to wait a really long time, so I ended up going to Audible and buying the book because I was like, screw this, I need to
I bought the ebook. I was like, I have fucking like an hour left. I can't remember what it was. I think I was listening to Onyx Storm. Maybe I didn't buy the Onyx Storm audiobook at first. And then
you also have had mixed feelings about those audiobooks, so that makes sense.
Oh, I love them. Actually, I'm obsessed with them. Onyx Storm is so good.
Wait, I thought you didn't like the Fourth Wing one because of Taryn's voice. Was that not a thing?
It's the graphic audio.
Oh, the graphic audio is the one that you have a problem with.
Yeah.
Got it. I was like, girl, I swear to God you hated it.
No,
Got it.
I didn't love it though. And then Onyx Storm changed my mind, and then I went back and reread all of them, and I loved them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with you now.
It grew on me. Anyway, so Attached to the Hip is on Spotify. If you read the audiobook and you enjoyed it, please make sure you rate it 5 stars on Spotify, because that is how it's going to promote it to people. And the Spotify algorithm is really good at throwing stuff at me that I would like when I go to the audiobook tab. Like, it knows all the books I like, and they just pop up.
I will say it gave me Ali Hazelwood. It gave me Ali Hazelwood recommendations the day after that episode came out, and I was like,
weird.
No, our phones are constantly listening to us, but I was like, can you like not like constantly remind me that you're looking at my shit? Like,
okay. It also literally will be like people who listen to the podcasts you listen to. So it would be like those Forking Fangirls, like these audiobooks, and then like the other podcasts I listen to, which is really interesting. I love that. Okay, this is just a quick sidebar, but like there was like a random comedy band that came up that's local on my TikTok, and I was like, oh, one of these guys is cute. I wonder if he's single. Literally, I liked that video, commented on it, went onto Instagram, and they're all over my feed. And I was like, what the fuck?
Wait, is he single?
I don't know. I didn't find out.
Well, wait, why aren't we going to his comedy
creator,
show?
so all the content
Slide into the DMs.
Okay, we have to talk about this.
Oh, and I will help you draft a really
spicy.
I shimmied just so everyone that's listening.
DM,
No, not a spicy DM.
Yeah.
The perfect introduction DM that will make you very cute, very approachable, and very dateable. Yes.
Yeah, it scared me that we had mutuals on Instagram, because I was like, oh,
that is good. That is good. Mutuals are good. Okay, why didn't you send us screenshots though?
Because
I promise you, give me his Instagram for 5 minutes and I'll figure it out.
Okay. Going back to the news. Tasha, you have more news for us?
Yes. Okay. So there's a new series coming to Apple TV, and I don't know why I freaked out about this. Probably because like I grew up going to Las Vegas, but there is a Siegfried and Roy series that was purchased, and guess who's playing the Siegfried and Roy? Okay,
is it Zac Efron and his brother, other Efron?
No, but that would be amazing.
That would.
They're not. Siegfried and Roy are not.
They're
related.
not brothers. Yeah.
They are
I just did the first 2 people that came into my head.
No, it's Jude Law and Andrew Garfield.
No.
And they're gonna be lovers.
No.
And I'm gonna love it.
This is crazy. Wow.
Do you guys know about Siegfried and Roy? Do I need to?
No, I didn't know they were lovers.
I know a good piece.
By a lion? Tiger?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
They're
full
freaks.
eaten or bitten?
One got mauled on his face.
Is Andrew Siegfried and Law Roy?
I don't know.
Because no, I think if it's not that, I'm going to be mad. It should be.
So they had they had a full like lion, tiger, like all of the big cat like enclosure, and then they would do shows with
white
them.
tigers.
Yeah, in Las Vegas.
They were on Rugrats.
They were huge.
Really?
Yeah. They went to go see their show.
This was like the 80s, 90s before, people got more upset with, animals being in entertainment, obviously. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so for years, they had like one of the number one shows on Las Vegas Strip. And then one of the lions or tigers, I can't remember, mauled one.
Lions, tigers, and bears.
Oh my.
Yeah.
All
Wait,
right.
I'll watch this with you.
I'll watch it too. I want to
Yeah.
see Andrew Garfield and Jude Law together.
Yeah, and I want to see them make
I want to
love.
have sex.
I wonder what Jude Law's hair is going to be like. Lots of hair, little hair.
They
always
have
looks
iconic
different.
hair. They've got like white, like blondie hair. Both of
Oh
them.
my God, I forgot about that.
They are gonna have some amazing wigs. I feel.
Wow. Is it
I'm
a full
excited
head?
for the vibes.
Is Jude Law going to have a full head of hair?
Probably.
He looks good with a full head of hair.
Yeah.
Are you
right.
shaming him because he's got a receding hairline?
No, I just mean like he looks really hot with lots of hair. He still looked hot with a little bit, but he didn't look hot as the priest.
Jude
I don't
Law-
think he was supposed to.
I mean, we
He
love
did
a hot
look hot
priest.
as Dumbledore.
You love a hot priest.
I-
Okay,
I-
Sierra, Simone.
I know. I do like that. By the way, there's this really hot priest.
think he was
that
like
went
a
to
cardinal
the Pope
or something.
Thing. It was a cardinal.
Yeah.
And I sent it to Sierra. I'm like, please tell me people have sent this to you.
I'm sure.
No, she said they did.
Yeah.
Anyways, I do love that Jude Law rocks his receding hairline. I
do.
Yeah, no,
Jude
I
Law
think
is
it's
hot
cool
as
that he rocks it with confidence.
Jude Law could do anything.
Chloe,
You could spit in your mouth, right?
He
Ew.
totally could. That's the bar's pretty low though for that. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I think they're like, you know what? Maybe that's very X-rated, but I'm just saying, like, spit on my mouth, like any really great celebrity.
when you say like you could spit in my mouth, I'm just picturing like Jack from the Titanic teaching Rose how to hawk a loogie and her catching it in her fucking mouth.
It's
That's
definitely.
disgusting.
Isn't it like a degradation king?
Yeah, it's like a Degradation King thing.
Is it a loogie?
No. Well, if someone
is
is
though to hawk it.
someone is maybe doing it for the first time, it might be that, which is not hot.
If they don't know what they're doing.
They don't know what they're doing. But I think Jude Law probably does. I think Jude Law
So
would
can
like
you
be an
just, like,
expert
some
at spitting in my
spittle?
mouth.
Just some spittle from like talking loudly.
Spittle. You know, I think we can move on.
I don't think we need to explain this whole situation.
I would just like the visual of why it
Do you want me to like send you a GIF?
This. Chloe on her knees looking up at Jude Law. Jude Law pinching her chin open, and he says, "You like that, baby?" and then spits in her mouth.
But how does it get in there? How does the aim happen? Does he go close?
gets close.
You get
Okay.
close. You're having
gets
you're
close,
having
it's different.
intercourse, Christine. What do you
Okay,
think he's spitting on me across the room?
I don't
like
know.
a cowboy?
The way the visual is without that detail that you're on your knees and he's leaning
so
in, it's
warm.
not hot.
It's so warm right now, you guys. What is going on?
Moving on. Chloe, do you have news for us?
I do have news. It's personal news. And the only reason I'm saying it is because it relates to our Halloween episode when I dressed up as a snake. Definitely not anatomically correct snake because the tongue was on my forehead. But if you look behind me, you will see my little baby.
God,
Yeah,
the
no,
terrarium.
don't look too close, Christine. But you'll see my little baby snake, Maple, and she's perfect and wonderful, and she's a star. And I ordered her a castle, so she's going to be formally known as. She's going to be formally known as Princess
be careful
Maple.
with the castle because Paul's has climbed up on top of the stuff and pushed at the top and tried to get out before.
Oh, okay, noted.
Yeah. Just
Needs
like
some
he has
locking
locking mechanisms now, but before the top went.
Oh, it's locked. Whoa. He didn't have locking mechanism.
I don't know, but I could see the popping. You know.
Okay,
what I mean? And I didn't like it. I did not like it.
every single like thing is locked. And yeah, ball pythons, just in case you didn't know, are very like, they're escape artists. They love to like try to find the route, and they're also nocturnal. And I actually, Natasha sent me an Instagram reel, and the only reason I saw it, it was like 12:30 a.m. The only reason I saw it is because I was like, my fucking snake woke me up. This is a good reel though.
When then Chloe, I didn't know that you had to feed it rats.
Yes.
Yeah, you didn't know about the rats?
No. And I was like, wait, what? How does this work?
Oh my God. You had to get rats and then put them in there, and then it murders them and eats them.
Yes.
It's a circle of life, baby.
I was going to say something.
out.
Oh, okay. Olivia's pregnant.
Huzzah!
Pregnant.
Christine's gonna be an auntie.
Auntie Christine!
Okay, so I posted on my story today that I'm gonna be an auntie or an aunt, and my neighbor Cynthia DM'd me, and she was like, offended for Joey, offended for Paul's 3 snakes.
Oh, yes.
Because I'm already an aunt for them.
For the snake, yes, you are.
He has 3 snakes.
Okay, well, you only have 1 snake by way of me.
Am I an aunt of Mabel too?
Of course, you're both aunts
my
of Mabel.
I have so many snake nieces.
You do. Paul and I are very similar.
Anyway, next on the news, this Max is rebranding Max to HBO Max.
Why? I want to know why.
Told them it was stupid to rebrand to Max. HBO is what makes you cool.
You told them?
Yes, I did. I announced it on the podcast when they did it. I said, this is stupid.
Got it.
Max is dumb. And HBO is why we come. We don't come for Max. We come for the home box office, bitches. We come for the quality. We come for the like, we come for HBO. We don't come for Max. Okay? And now we've gone through so many iterations. We have HBO, HBO Go, HBO Now, HBO Max, Max, and now we're back to HBO Max. You stupid bitch, you should just call it HBO.
When Trinity thought I thought this was a joke.
Christine, that was crazy.
Christine was thinking about that for the last 2-3 days.
That was crazy. That monologue was crazy.
Yes. That is her genius coming out, and I know exactly what she's doing.
I love HBO, and I was so upset when that happened.
I know.
I agree. I mean, it's such a like iconic thing. The fact that they changed it in the first place was like a disaster. But the social media manager of Max, HBO Max, whatever we're supposed to call it, is brilliant.
Yes,
is brilliant. They have done such an amazing job at making fun and poking fun at themselves. And also shout out to her supervisor who is letting her be crazy. But as a social media manager, like, it just brings me so much joy to see a SMM like be able to like make fun of the org, and it's hit, I think, so much better because of it. So
yeah. HBO Go was my favorite. Like, when HBO Go was invented, it was the best day because I was in college and I couldn't watch HBO. But HBO Go wasn't like all the other streamers where you had to wait till the next day. The second it started airing, you could watch Game of Thrones on HBO Go, and it was beautiful thing, and that was so
HBO
different.
Now was dumb. Like, why do we need HBO?
I never even had it because it overlapped with Go. I think it was for your phone, maybe, like with the app. But yeah, we're back to HBO Max, and maybe someday we'll be back to just HBO because not many people have cable. So
true.
It's just HBO.
Just have HBO, please.
HBO, bish. All right,
Bish.
what's next?
Kristen Ritter is returning as Jessica Jones for Daredevil
Woo!
Reborn Season 2.
My
on Disney Plus.
doppelganger.
I don't think Chloe knows that, Laura.
I don't know if anyone who wasn't here before 2017 knows that lore. Chloe, at BookCon 2017, we had a huge meet and greet line for Booksplosion. 2 hours. We get to the end of toward the end of the line, and these guys are like, come up to me, and they're like, we loved you in Breaking Bad.
they waited.
Did you do
the whole
I just spit
time.
all over my computer. Did you take a picture of them and pretend you were Jessica Jones?
I took a picture with them. I said, thank you. I didn't want to disappoint him. and then, when we went to Comic-Con that year, there were all these name tags for everyone who had a book out, and Kirsten Ritter had a book called Bonfire out, and she hadn't taken her tag, and Outlander lady, Diana Gabaldon, had a book, and she wasn't there to take her tag. So Natasha took Diana's tag, and I took Kristen Ritter's and popped it on my shirt. And then
At this big publisher party.
they weren't coming.
No.
And they had, it was cute. It was like the book, and they made like cute tags.
Oh, did you have a book out yet? No.
No, it was 2017.
Oh, okay, got it. Wait, I was like, Christine.
Immortal.
Okay, I was like, Christine, wouldn't it be smarter to your own book? Got it.
So, I remember, like, we saw the name, and we were like, is Kristen Ritter going to be
I know.
here?
And we checked back, and she hadn't come and taken it.
Well, because, then we analyzed this for a minute. We were like, why would they think, Christine Riccio,
Kristen Ritter.
Yeah.
And they kind of have the same body and build and small face and like petite features.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I can see it.
We have the same paleness. Like, I could see that.
Same. And then the next year at Comic-Con, Christine dressed up as Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones.
So that's the Kristen Ritter lore.
I love that so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for informing me.
Yeah, no.
I can't believe you took a picture with those two boys. I want to see the picture. And I want to see if they posted. What if they posted it? What if they posted it on Instagram and was like,
did.
"Oh my god." And then
Jones.
And then I bet some guy in the comments was like, "Dude, the fuck? That's not Jessica Jones."
But it wasn't just with Christine, it was also with Jesse and Kat.
Because, they were next to me, but they only talked to
To
me.
you. Yeah.
Anyway, I forget how we got here. Percy Jackson Season 2 is coming December 2025 officially now, which is exciting. And
Huzzah!
Huzzah! And Natasha, did you have any more news? Before I keep going? Yes, go.
My sewing workshops are live.
Huzzah!
Woo!
The first one's coming up June 22nd.
Oh, shit. A month and 2 days.
11 a.m. We're going to be going through basic sewing. I'm going to get you guys to start sewing your first project, and I'm really excited about it. There are tickets available. It's a live class, so tickets are never going to sell out. But if you guys are like on the fence, you don't know when you can make it or not, it's fine because it's going to be up the whole time. But if you're interested, the link will be down in the show notes. And then there's also going to be a corsetry class.
Christine, are you doing it?
I can't sew.
No, that's why I asked. I was wondering.
We decided that we're gonna try. I'll try.
We'll do
we're
a
gonna
video.
make a video
Yeah.
for content. But that woman is never gonna use a sewing machine. I can tell you that right now.
I've used it. I took 2 sewing classes in middle school.
Wow. Wait,
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I did like it, but then I decided I just get frustrated when it gets all caught and annoyed.
She'd rather just have me make her things, which is fine.
I would also rather have you make me things, but I'm gonna go because I can sew. But I could get better.
I think with age, I've gotten less, like, I'm more annoyed. Yeah, I've gotten more annoyed when I do things with my hands because, like, it takes me a lot of concentration to do anything good with my hands. Like, I could do it, like, with a phone and a computer, and, like, when it comes to hand-to-hand combat with particular...
That's intense.
Meticulous things.
Hand-to-hand combat. Got it. Okay. Well, I'll be there, you guys, and I'm excited.
Thanks.
But you know what? I just had an idea. If you wanted to, you could use Christina Aguilera's Back to Basics song to promote your basics class.
True. Okay. Maybe I can make Christine something in the class.
Metal says, no more handicrafts.
It's hand-to-hand
combat now. Hand-to-hand combat with the needle and thread.
That's what I was going for, needle and thread combat. Yeah. All right. Last on my news. Actually, there's one more thing. But 30 Flirty and Forever Alone, my fourth novel, is available for pre-order now, and it comes out November 11th, 2025, which is this year.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! It exists. It is an adult novel. It has... Oh! I got 2 blurbs for it. Do you want to hear the new blurbs?
Yeah, I want to hear the blurbs.
Oh my
Wait,
gosh.
Tosh, aren't you doing a blurb?
I know, I need to do it.
Yeah, you need to send me your blurb.
I know, I'll do it.
Okay, Allie Rosen sent in such a cool blurb.
I love her. I love her.
Okay. She said, this one's for all the leather jacket wearing wary girls who love their humor with a side of real talk. Christine's 30 Flirty and Forever Alone is a zennial Bridget Jones with just the perfect splash of magic.
Oh,
Wait,
I love her so much.
know.
Is she going to Romance Con again?
I don't know. I think maybe.
Oh, I would love to see her.
And then Kelsey also sent in her blurb.
PGK.
Yes. A whirlwind romance filled with wacky weddings, magical dares, and sizzling chemistry. 30 Flirty and Forever Alone will leave you cackling, kicking your feet, and calling your therapist.
Ooh, I like that.
Yes.
That's cute.
Anyway, very exciting, very cute blurbies. I am very happy.
Aw.
Anyway, it's available for pre-order now.
My friends are doing amazing things, and it makes me really happy. And I just love watching the two of you continue to be amazing and grow in your careers. And I don't know, it's just such a privilege. So, yay.
Thank you. That's really nice.
Chloe. That's very sweet.
We love watching you grow too.
We love watching you grow.
We do.
You guys, we really love each other. It's for real.
Just to cap off that little book blurby.
Oh, sorry.
So sorry. I forgot to say my little thing about if you've read any of my books and enjoyed them, it's really super helpful to leave a quick review wherever you enjoyed them because it really helps find new readers, whether that be on Amazon or Barnes & Noble or Audible or iBooks, even just doing like the stars if you really enjoyed it, rating it, and yeah, or one sentence. It doesn't have to be like an essay review. Really quick. Really helps. Thank you so much if you've already done that. All right.
Romance Con is coming September 5th and 6th in
Yes!
Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Yes, it
All
is.
3 of us will be there. We will have a panel. Christine will be signing books. We'll have a meetup. We went last year. We had so much fun, and we're going to be there again this year, and we're going to have even more fun.
And I know that there's at least 5 or 6 listeners confirmed going based on our DMs. So you will have people there, just so you know. Obviously,
we'll
you will
have
have
a meetup,
us,
too.
but yes, there will be quite a few TFF listeners.
And if you want to go, you can use the code FANGIRL for 15% off your tickets. And Chloe is going to be at...
I'll be at Enchanticon. It's August 15th through 17th in St. Louis, Missouri. The hotel is a literal castle, which I'm so excited about. But if you're into the Renfair, you're definitely going to be into Enchanticon. Enchanticon is put on by the same people as Romance Con, and it's for the fantasy lovers. So if you're into Lord of the Rings, ACOTAR, Fourth Wing, Harry Potter, Percy Jackson, D&D, that's like the place to be with everyone. I'm going to be doing panels, and I've got fun cosplays planned, and I don't know, just come and hang out. You can use my code Chloe15 for 15% off.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Those will be linked in the show notes. Moving right on into what right now? Natasha, what have you been reading?
I'm still reading the same book, which is Dark Lover, which is the first book of the Black Dagger Brotherhood series by J.R. Ward. The series is coming out next month by Passion Flicks, and I'm really loving the first book. And everyone just says it's going to get better, so I'm really excited just to continue with it. And the first trailer dropped, and it was like literally exactly the book, so I'm really excited.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
I fell in love with this author after Natasha sent me like a video. I got like my full feed of this video, and I was like, I'm obsessed with her. She's so funny and so inspiring and so cool.
She was on set, and she like freaked out when she saw Wrath, which is the main character of the first book. And she got,
I like that name.
Oh shit! And she ran away from him. And then she was at a Polycon and gave like some kick-ass advice
Speech,
on
yeah.
on negative reviews, and there's another video that they just released of her seeing, I think it was Rage, one of the other characters. And she started crying, and it was so sweet just to see from her point of view, like her books coming to life. And I don't think we've ever seen authors
Like
react
have
this.
that reaction. Yeah.
I
Because
can't
they don't
wait
film
until
it.
that's you, Christine. And you bet your butt that Natasha and I are going to, sorry, knock on wood, but you bet your ass Natasha and I are going to be like all angles getting your reactions. So
They did that in a really good way because I feel like a lot of probably authors know ahead of time like exactly what they're going to look like. And I feel like she didn't see them in a wardrobe until that
yeah,
moment.
right. That's the big moment. Oh, I
Yeah.
love that.
I reread Funny Story, which I had never reread before, and I liked it a little more on the second read. I love all of Emily Henry's books, but The Funny Story was my least favorite. It's still my least favorite, but actually, no, it's still my least favorite. It's still my least favorite, but I enjoyed it the second time around more than I did the first time, and I love all of her books, so I still really loved it.
It's also my least favorite, but I agree. I mean, it's still great.
Yeah, she's uber talented. And I started The Perfect Marriage audiobook, and the man voice is the man voice, I think, from the Xaden chapter of the Onyx Storm audiobook.
Ooh, okay.
And it's like really like low and like
Sexy.
serious.
I have gotten to the point where I've listened to enough romance audiobooks that I absolutely have listened to the same male and the
Yeah.
same female.
Yeah.
And sometimes it takes me out of it because I'm like, hey, wait a minute. You were Emmy and now you're Jessica. And I don't like that.
I like it when I like them. I don't know how much I liked this guy as Xaden. And so we'll see.
Is it Perfect Marriage? That's the one that Sydney Sweeney's doing?
Geneva, no. That's the maid key.
Housemaid?
Housemaid, yeah.
Geneva
This
Rose?
is the Geneva Rose book, and she just released The Perfect Divorce. So
Okay. Oh, she's that funny. She's
The
funny
twirly.
on TikTok. Yeah,
Yeah.
she does little twirls and she signs books in Target.
yeah. I saw her come up in my feed, and I was like, oh, I want to look at her books. So, yeah. Chloe, what are you reading?
I'm reading your book
Thanks.
and it's fabulous and I'm loving it. And it's like more whimsical than I thought it was going to be. Not that I didn't think it was not going to be whimsical, but it like makes me feel like just really comfy in a way that like some romance books like give me anxiety. But and honestly, like Attached to the Hip did sometimes because I was like, why are they making these decisions? But I don't know. I'm on chapter 10 and I don't want to say more because I'm actually so terrified to give a spoiler, but
Just see Christine being like,
I know she's like, I know. So anyways, I'm reading your book and I'm loving
glad
it.
that
So-
it's giving cozy because that's what I want my books to do.
Yeah, this one is getting
Yeah.
like super cozy. It's like the coziest for me so far.
Yeah.
And then I also read Checkmate because Christine told me about it last time I was at her house. And
like it?
I did really
Okay.
love it.
I was like, or are you a hater? Because the chat was like divided when we talked about it.
No, I'm not a hater. I liked it. I think I liked Love. I think I kind of shot myself in the foot by reading Love Hypothesis and Deep End first, just because both of those books were pretty perfect for me. And Deep End especially, like I think it's probably one of the top romance books I've ever read. So but Checkmate was really sweet, and I just am loving learning more about STEM and like women in STEM, and that has been really fun. So
yeah.
I think I read Checkmate at the perfect time because I had read so much like big, deep romance, and then I had read Not in Love, where they were like not in love.
yeah.
They're very like separate, but
Yeah, and I
together.
just needed like banter and like I love chess. You know what I've noticed upon like re-examining this? Like I really loved chess growing up, and like I missed it.
They're
and
just smart. Like it's
yes,
cool.
I
Yeah.
love it. And it was cool to like be in like a chess person's head.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we move on to TV shows? I watched Hacks, and I
Is
have
that a hairball?
I am a little bit. I have 2 episodes left in Forever, and I'm really enjoying it. At first, I was like, "Oh, this is cute," and then it really grew on me, and I'm really like loving it. And I've cried like 1,000 times. I have 2 episodes left. It's very much like adolescent love, like your first love, and it's been a while since I watched or read a YA love story, like where it concentrates on like the angle of first love, you know? Yeah. And teenagers are so flippant and make decisions that are so rash sometimes, and you get frustrated. And that's like kind of the first couple episodes. It's like, ah!
Where's your frontal lobe?
But then we get into it, and it's cute, and I really love their families, and there's a lot of stuff going on.
I started watching it too, and if you guys know, it's after the Judy Blume book, Forever.
Oh.
I'm not sensing it in there, like it doesn't feel like the book, so I'm trying not to be as harsh, but I know I need to probably get into it a little bit
I think
more.
it's just inspired by the book more, because it's
Yeah.
a 10-episode series, and there's a lot going on.
I know, that book was like revolutionary for me, so it's hard to separate them.
Yeah.
Judy Blume, man. God. Yeah. I'm glad like she is getting TV shows, but you're right. I wish that we were staying more true, I guess, to the book. Easier to do in a movie. I'm not watching TV because I don't, but I am in true Gen Z fashion, rocking YouTube, and I've been really into fashion history and watching hit history, which I really recommend if for anyone that's like into medieval history and Renaissance history.
I love that
It's
stuff.
so
Modern
fascinating. Yeah, and it's just amazing. I've been watching a lot of people like actually try to reenact what it was like for a woman and fashion ranking videos. So I'm a YouTube girly through and through.
Yeah.
I
I also
go
watched Last of Us. It's gonna be up here every week. It's just it was so good.
Good. I guess no spoilers.
I can't say anything
Yeah.
about the show, but it just made me have all the feels and I cried.
Oh, good.
I have, a lot of
Alex,
my
and
friends have been saying that they're like
Me, Alex, and
bawling.
Sailor all watched it together and we were all
Aw.
crying.
Oh, that's sweet.
That's so nice you got to watch it together.
Yeah.
I have to talk about Survivor real quick. Season 48 is about to come to an end tomorrow. So by the time that this comes out, 48 has been over. A lot of people are hating on Survivor 48 because it's the first season in a long time. All these athletic bros decided to make a alliance, and they've just stuck together the whole time, which means that like there have been no really interesting moves. So people are getting frustrated because no one's been able to go against them because they're not turning on each other. And while it's a little frustrating because I'm rooting for the underdogs, and I still am, I'm rooting for Camila and Kyle. And they've been so sneaky the whole time. So Kyle is in the Bros Alliance, but they don't know that he's at a number 1 with one of the underdogs, Camila, the entire time. Like, everyone is oblivious, and they've been like puppeting the game from behind. And I really hope one of them wins because they deserve it because they're ballers. But yeah, everyone's been like, season 4 is so boring. The most exciting part was when David stood up at tribal council. Like, when there's anything stupid happens, it really makes the episode because it's really funny. Like, they had to do an unscramble, and the unscramble was like the word unforgettable. And one of the bros was like, I got it. And on the back, it's just like you have to get it on the front and the back. So it's like an arch with letters, like blocks. And it was supposed to say unforgettable. And it said like gibberish on the back. So we don't even see it. And then we see the front and it says got fun betrayal. And Jeff is like, what does it say? What's the word? And he's like, got fun betrayal.
I mean, that's kind of nifty that they
It was
figured out
spelled
a few-
betrayal wrong.
Oh.
Oh, Lord.
So funny. It was so funny. And he's a great guy. I love Joe. He's so
Trinity
lovable.
said Joe can do a lot, but not puzzles. We all have different strengths.
I died. Like, I was watching that episode with John, and we were both just dying. Like, got fun betrayal. That is iconic and will go down in Survivor history. He was so confident when he said got fun betrayal. All right. Anyway, I'm excited. I'm waiting for Camila. Let's go. All right.
I watched a movie this week, or actually 2 weeks ago. I forgot about it. But it's the A24 movie Warfare, directed by Alex Garland, who did Civil War. And also co-directed by one of the soldiers who was actually there. It's a Navy SEALs, Marines. This is what prompted me to watch G.I. Jane, by the way.
Oh.
But it had Kit
Harrington?
No, the other one from
Connor.
Yeah, it had Kit Connor in it. It had
Wow, I'm so impressed. I just knew both names.
it had this guy from Stranger Things.
What?
Joe? Is his name Joe?
What is his name? Chrissy, wake up.
Will Poulter was in there. The other hot guy from Riverdale.
The other hot guy.
Not Cole
So many
Sprouse.
hot guys.
Which one?
AJ?
No,
The Asian
guy.
one? Oh, he's so
Is his
hot.
name like
man.
Mark or something?
Mark?
No.
I don't think it's Mark. Maybe. He's so fine.
He's so
Wait, I'm so
fucking
glad he's
fine.
still working. Go off, King.
Eddie.
Why do I
No,
think his
his
Was
name
that
is
his
Eddie?
name? His-
Eddie's Stranger Things name.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Hot Asian guy
the
from
hot
Rivendell.
Asian guy's name is. Mark is
Rivendell.
coming to mind for some reason. Maybe his last name has an M in it. I don't know.
What did I say?
Right. You said Rivendell.
Oh, different thing.
Anyways, it's all of the cutie boys that we love right now in it, and it was good. It wasn't my favorite thing ever. Alex really liked it, but we watched as this like team of Navy SEALs. Like it was like an actual like you were there like in warfare, and they're like in this stakeout in this house in I think Afghanistan, and they're like researching and like looking at the at what's happening, and then they get caught, and then now they're like all cornered in this house, and they're trying to get them out, and it's just very stressful. And it all happens in real time.
All right, yeah, that sounds stressful.
Yeah, Alex made me watch it, so that's the only reason.
A24 though, it's like always art. Even if you don't
Yeah.
like it, it's always amazing.
But what made me want to watch it was because all the boys were in it.
I have always been
before.
a pro Will Poulter girly. I know that people now
Yeah, he's
think
hot.
he's hot, but I have always thought he was hot. So I'm just putting that out there, okay?
Remember
He
in
needed
We Are
to
the
grow up.
Millers where he looked so goofy?
See, but I liked him in We Are the Middle because we were the same age, or like he was a little older. But I don't know. I've been a Will Poulter truther. I saw the potential, you know, and he
I
grew
never
into
thought
it.
he wasn't cute. I just thought he wasn't like hot.
Yeah, sure, that's
He was
fair.
cute.
He wasn't
Yeah.
hot in We're the Miller.
Yeah,
Charles
cute.
Melton.
Oh,
Oh, it is an M.
He's
I
so-
knew it had an M.
okay. You do not get credit for Mark. Melton is so far from Mark.
That's a last name.
Thinking.
And then Joseph Quinn. And
He
it's
is-
also Noah Centineo.
What?
No,
Centineo.
Centineo.
Yeah, he was also in
Wow.
it, barely though.
Wow. All right. Well, I think Chloe, you just said news for.
No, I
was
didn't watch any movies.
You're good. All right.
Oh, I watched Lord of the Rings. I went to a screening of Lord of the Rings. But I watch Lord of the Rings every single week. So it would be boring if I came on here and told you that I watched Lord of the Rings every single week. But I went to a screening and I dressed up and it was very fun.
Nice. Nice. All right. Well, we are going to move on into our main discussion. But before we do that, we're going to take a second to thank all of you out there listening. We appreciate all of our listeners here at Those Forking Fangirls. Thank you so much for becoming a part of our family and community. I would love for you to follow us on our socials at the Forking Fangirls on Instagram. Chloe Lavison runs that, so it's really good. And if
It's
you
really good.
really good. And if you haven't already, we'd love it if you followed us for free. Free. Why not do it? It's free on your favorite listening app, whether that be music, Apple Music, Spotify Music, other music. We're there
Podcasts.
for free.
You know what?
Follow us.
What?
Follow us.
I just noticed on Spotify
What?
that we have like 700 rates.
Reviews. Yeah.
I'm wondering
Yeah.
if we can possibly
Possibly.
get to
1,000.
1,000
Yeah, huzzah!
end of the year.
That
So,
would be amazing. What will we
you
do?
have-
Pie
if you-
ourselves in the face?
What? Oh, pie ourselves?
No? No pies?
No,
No
I think
takers?
we should. I think I'm down for pie.
So, as I was saying, we also have a Patreon, and the Patreon isn't free, but why not join? Because it is just the cost of a cup of coffee per month, and it really helps out your podcasting team in our day-to-day subscription fees to run a podcast. That is where you're helping us help you get the best show possible. And you get very special benefits for being in the Patreon community. You get the Fangirl Tea Time after every single episode, which means that right now, you're at your fingertips. You have 120 episodes of Fangirl Tea Time, story time to go back and listen to.
And in the next tea time, you'll find out what Christine sent to that guy and what he DM'd her. What the DMs, you know?
FML, we will see. But there are lots of stories like that in Tea Time. So buckle up if you are about to get the free trial for 7 days to test it out for Team Jacob, because that's available, people. Free trial. We love a free trial. See if you like
True.
it, then commit. And once you commit, it's only a cup of coffee per month, or more if you wanna do a higher tier, because then you get more stuff. But we appreciate any and all support. We love y'all. We love our Patreon community, and you get the show for ad free. You get it for free of ads. You get it free of ads.
Huzzah!
And if you want merch, we also have merch on
True.
forkingfangirls.com. There are
Yes.
2 designs up.
Yes, we
There
do.
will be a 3rd one coming when I get around
It's
to.
coming.
Ooh.
And
wait, I didn't know that.
Yes, you did.
You did, but we haven't talked about it in a while. It's
Oh my
okay.
god, yeah! Oh, it's cute.
She hasn't made it yet. The idea cute. But anyway, we love our Patreon community. Thank you for being a part of it. And all the links are in the show notes. Please consider joining, because we love you. Join. We love our Patreon. We love you here in any capacity. Thank you. All right. Also, if you're part of the Patreon, you get to come to the live recordings. We have a fun party in the chat right now. Siobhan says she loves being a part of this community. We love having you, Siobhan.
Yeah, Siobhan, you're a bad bitch. I love Siobhan.
All right. If you are a patron, we're going right into the main discussion. If not, we will be right back after these messages. All right, and we are back, and we're talking Renfair, okay? And now, for the mere mortal like me, we want to know, like, what do we even think to wear to the Renfair? Because for a lot of people, getting dressed up is hard. It's like a struggle bus situation because they don't even know where to start. Now, y'all have worn many different outfits to the Renfair. It is a struggle bus for me because I have one outfit and I'm like, I don't know what to do next, so I go one time. So, like, what are your tips and tricks for Renfair? And don't say layering because none of us have the layers. We need specifics. Both of you are always like, just layer all the stuff. Like, I don't have any of that stuff.
I do feel okay. There's different types of people, right? There's someone, if you want to go and just have fun and like experience it for the
You don't
first
have to dress
time.
up.
No, you don't have to dress up, but dressing up makes the experience, at least for someone like me, the most fun.
It does make it better. I
It
feel
makes
like
it better and it makes it more fun and you feel like you fit
entered
in.
a world. Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
You feel like you've entered this alternative universe. And honestly, the Renfair feels like that to me. It feels like a very inclusive, wonderful place where you can totally be yourself. And even like, one thing that's cool about dressing up, and I think we all feel this way because we cosplay, it's like you get to like try a character on and like maybe highlight a part of your personality that you typically don't get to, which is so special. I think for what to wear, layering obviously is like the easiest thing to say, and it is still true. But one thing that really helps me is I always like picture a world or some sort of like core or some sort of like theme beyond just Renfair and beyond just fantasy. So if I like want a fairy look, or if I want like a dark look, or if I want, you know, to look like Jesus, which is what Christine did for my birthday.
My one Renfair outfit is Jesus cosplay.
It is Jesus core for sure. And I called Christine a maiden in my video, and she was like, "How dare you? I was Jesus." And I was like, "I don't know if I can say that as a Jewish person. Like, I'm not sure, truthfully."
Say his name.
So no, but I was like, "Am I allowed to say that you look like Jesus?" Whatever.
Yeah, you don't want to offend anyone.
I didn't want to offend anyone,
Yeah,
but
I get it.
I always start with a theme, and I do this in my everyday life too. Like I think of like, oh, like what kind of theme do I want to dress in today? So that will help you narrow it down, right? So think in themes. And then I also would say like earth tones. So living in the greens and the browns and like neutrals is going to feel a lot more fantasy Renfair. Like if you are really looking at like basic tips, and also natural fibers, so like cotton and linen and things that feel like you don't want to like be wearing something that looks very much like
a taffeta
polyester. Yeah.
But what if you're being like a space pirate?
Then go crazy. But if we're talking about like basics, like you want to look at your wardrobe and see if there's anything, like if you have a space pirate outfit? Fucking wear that.
Do it.
Yes.
Wait, I had a really basic idea for people who like just want something basic. If you just have like a white blouse and black pants
Pirate.
and eyeliner, you're a pirate.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
and a belt.
And a belt.
Hat.
Gotta
if you
get a
have
belt
it.
in there.
Amazon
Totally.
that fucking hat. I have like 50 Amazon hats that suck. There's only one good one. So yeah.
It's the Disney one. It's the
Yeah.
Disney one.
That's a good hat.
Yeah, it's a good
That
hat.
I have it over there. It's
I have
hanging.
one, too.
Actually, it's hanging right there.
After ordering 4 other fucking stupid pirate hats,
I
that
actually
don't have head spots.
I bought my pirate hat actually at the Village Hat Shop. I shit you not. Like in
I
person.
remember. You Googled it online when
I was
with
like,
you.
where
Yeah.
can I buy a pirate hat? And I was able to buy one in the life. So
Where's the Village Hat Shop?
it's in Seaport Village,
Seaport
San
Village.
Diego,
Seaport
California.
Village?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a Comic-Con spot.
Yes, it is.
Don't know the hat
But they have like at least 4 different pirate hats to choose from. So,
Wow.
tip.
Yeah. I would say yes. A very basic outfit could be like a blouse and pants. So here's the thing, right? Like if you want to go to the Renfair and you're like, okay, I want to kind of go a little bit more than just basic, then you're gonna have to order some things because that's just what it is. I know. And then once you have those things, then you can start layering things and making new outfits out of it. But I would say like another like baseline costume for a female who wants to be more feminine would be like a long skirt. And there's lots of different options on Amazon or probably wherever you shop because like Renfair.
Honestly, thrifting too. There's a lot of
Thrifting,
great
yeah.
options if you thrift, but totally
not for
long
us plus
skirt.
size girls.
True,
but-
sorry.
That's okay.
If you are a straight size, thrifting usually works. And honestly, Target as well. Like for plus size girls too. Like they typically have some sort of long skirt.
Skirts?
Yeah, definitely. And like blouses and like white, like peasanty looking things you can usually find at Target.
I was like, I'll get my space pirate.
You're at Target. Hey, maybe.
Well, and then you got your blouse and you got your skirt, and then you're gonna want like a little like corset or a vest. Corset gives more like bar wench. Vest gives more hobbit. But it's just whatever you put on top that's gonna like cinch in all those layers. That's what you're kind of looking for. You don't want a corset that goes like all the way down, by the way, like to your hips. If you like that look too. But but layering and having like the undershirt, the vest / corset, the skirt, maybe a belt, and then you can just start wrapping fabric.
to grab a scarf,
just
put it
get
somewhere,
stuff and put it around your waist. I was like, what stuff?
like scarves.
I was
Typically,
like, all my scarves look like space pirates. They don't look like the Renaissance.
I really am sensing that we should get you to a Renaissance fair, and you should be a space pirate. I have no idea why you weren't a space pirate for my birthday.
They just don't look Renaissance-y. Like, I've got, like, like the scarf with the crosses on it that was popular. I've got, like, striped.
Oh, my God. You had one of those?
No, I got it, like, at H&M,
Okay.
in college. And then I've got, like, a striped orange and yellow one. Like, I've used that as a pirate.
Bandana.
Captain Jack
Sure,
bandana.
sure.
But, like, it doesn't give, like, cute.
They also have normal scarves on Amazon. If you just want a red scarf, you just buy a red scarf.
I didn't look over my outfit. I have one. But I also bought a pink flowery one, and it also didn't look good in the outfit, so I returned it.
I think that a really important part of your Renfair outfit is accessories. So if you have like a long skirt and a blouse, or pants and a blouse and like a vest, adding as much jewelry as possible can sometimes make it look more whimsical and more fantasy. Having some sort of headpiece, typically,
The
like
headpiece really makes
the headpiece makes a huge difference.
Amazon.
Having some sort of crown, maybe you get
Flowers
like
in your
ears,
hair.
flowers.
Something really
Doing
easy.
a unique hairstyle too, that
Yeah.
can make it.
Lots of curls, like lots of like natural type of look braids, things like that, if you can. A lot of like easy things I like to do is try to make like a Disney princess Renfair.
Love that. Yeah.
Or like Chloe and I have done like pink pirates. Like do a pirate,
A
put
theme.
a theme to it.
Yes.
Yeah. Metal says that they have stalls with clothes at Renfair. Yeah, so what you could do is like your first year, if you go as a really casual pirate, you can get lots of clothes if you bring money to the Renfair. They have lots of different stalls with lots of cool shit.
I've always wanted to do that. Go with like a very simple base and then get accessories and like special pieces. One thing I will say about that though is that it tends to be very, very expensive.
Yep, they're so expensive.
if you're like, if you have a budget of
the
like
money?
$700, then you can build an entire fit. No, I'm being honest.
To that.
It can get higher than that, but if you have a budget of $700, you can get an entire beautiful fit at the Renfair. But I typically would say like you want to have like a pretty fully formed fit, and then maybe you get a crown at the Renfair, or
Yeah,
you get
like
like a
one
corset.
thing.
One
Yeah.
thing is, I think, a little more accessible than like getting all your stuff there.
If every time you go, you get one thing to add to your like ultimate Renfair collection.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
I did that this year, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so smart. I'm only like getting one thing every time I went, but I went like 4 times. So I bought something expensive 4 times, which now, I mean, I have a great plethora of costumes, but I also broke the freaking bank. But one thing that's really cool about Irwindale specifically, and other fairs as well, but you have to be careful. Not every fair has this rule. Some fairs you'll see stuff from Amazon and Shein that they're being that's being sold
shit.
upcharged. Yeah, like for example at Escondido Renfair, there's some booths that are like, oh, these are our corsets, but they bought them on Shein. But a lot of them, like at Irwindale, they're handmade goods, which is why they're so expensive. And they're amazing quality, and you're supporting a small, often woman-owned business, which is really amazing.
Yeah. Again, I do have to preference that like not everything is going to be size inclusive as well, so just be aware of that. Some
Yes,
things
but also
go up pretty high.
I was about to say the Ren Fair though is more size inclusive than the mall.
Yeah,
if
it
I'm
is.
being so honest, like there's a lot of booths that go up to 6x, 7x. So And there's a lot of, like, they'll have signs that are like, yes, we have your size. And that includes men as well. It's like inclusive sizing for men and women.
Yeah. I know
Okay.
Alex one year was going to buy something. It was like $250. So
That's the thing, though. Inclusive sizing,
Yeah.
but it's so pricey.
Pricey. Yeah. All right. Let's kind of move on. So I think when you're thinking about going to the Ren Fair, you have to consider that you're going to be outside all day, probably in a hot climate. I feel like a lot of times these are in summertime when they're holding the Ren Fair, and there is no air conditioning, especially in the California ones. There's a lot of
There's
sun.
no shade either.
There's no
almost.
shade. Yeah, so the parasol is going to look really good to you. So if you can get a parasol outside of it and then come in with it, like an umbrella,
It'll be
that's
cheaper.
a really good idea because you're in there, you're dying, and the umbrellas are $80. And nobody wants to spend that on an umbrella. Nobody.
They're very pretty umbrellas, but it's true. They're very expensive.
I've bought
An umbrella
one
is
before.
smart.
I came
Sunscreen.
this close.
The sunscreen is important
Sunscreen,
for sure.
water, because water is also going to cost you like $7 a bottle.
$7, and it's Aquafina usually or Dasani. Ugh, not worth $7.
Yeah, bring your American. Well, the thing is, you want to be in theme. Everyone has like their little tiny carriers or like bags that kind of blend in with their outfits.
Or tankards, or the bladders, or
For the bottle for water.
for water.
Bladders?
Yeah,
Bladders? Yeah.
So
Is
you're
that
like
that
it's like on the
cloth
leather. No, it's like it literally looks like a bladder. That's why it's called that. But it's like a leather pouch
with a
essentially
spout.
that with a spout
Oh,
for water.
okay. So
yeah,
like
that
one of
people
those water
attach
bottles.
their dresses into like their belts. Yeah.
One
Yeah,
thing-
like Katara's water skin in Avatar. Absolutely metal. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, I think of them as water skins.
Sorry.
Never heard of bladder. That
Bladder,
sounds
water skin.
disgusting.
I definitely try to attach as many things as I can to my waist belts. So having like little, so I'm not carrying something on my shoulder all day. Now my brother usually is with me and he carries the bag.
Huzzah.
So Natasha's just bringing it back and giving it to
Yeah, just bring a man or someone that's willing to carry your shit. An accessory is, if you will,
One of my favorite things to do when I go to the Ren Fair is try not to spend any money. So I will bring a big old water bottle in.
Yeah.
And
Where are
Snacks.
you hiding it?
in the bag.
So most Ren fairs now allow you to bring in water. They might like sniff your water bottle if they're suspicious, but usually they allow you now because
Yeah,
they
bring
know that they can't.
electrolytes. That's a good idea. Bring your
Electrolyte.
electrolytes.
Christine loves her electrolytes.
I mean, you could easily get sunstroke
true.
out
yeah.
there. So
Yes, I went
good
when it
idea.
was 100 degrees. Last time I went was 100 degrees. So
it doesn't
that-
sound fun.
Tosh always brings a fan.
I bring a fan. Oh God, that is so necessary. It's even worse than like Disneyland. Yeah, I always bring a fan and cash.
Cash. Yep, lots of cash.
Yeah, they do usually have ATMs that you can get cash out of.
For an exorbitant fee.
Yeah, so just make sure you stock up on cash before you get in there because a lot of things is cash only.
I use
Also-
my card for all the stuff that I get. But
Yeah,
I
there's
guess-
a lot of the booths also allow cards, but the food and drink stations are usually cash only, which is so interesting. Like the artisans and the handmade goods, you're able to use even Apple Pay, but for food and for water and for beer and alcohol, you have to do cash.
I bought
So,
all my stuff for eating with my card. Maybe they're getting better.
maybe. I don't know where you...
I got the ice cream with a card.
Oh, the chimney, the
I
cauldron.
got the open. It was like a cheesesteak. It wasn't good. I don't recommend the cheesesteak stand.
That's, the food at Ren Fair is an interesting
I
combo.
don't like eating at the Red Fair. That is my
yeah.
hot take. I will eat something right before I go to the Ren Fair, and then I'm like, yes, in and out on the way home.
Yes, In-N-Out or McDonald's on the way home for sure. I love the like chimney cakes, which is
Yeah.
the hot dog wrapped in cinnamon bread.
I like that, except with ice cream instead of
Yeah, the ice cream is amazing.
Yeah.
It's really expensive though. All the
It
food
was
is
$20
crazy
for the ice
expensive,
cream.
especially the food that's like actually decent. So I think it is smarter to not eat there. Bring snacks if you need.
I think just plan on eating one thing if you need to eat every few hours, not to die.
Yeah.
But yeah, bring a snack. I brought a beef stick, but I still needed lunch
Beef stick. You did bring a beef stick.
and an ice cream because I
Yeah.
was overheating with my pale skin.
One thing I wanted to say about bringing to the Ren Fair is something that people do is they create trinkets, which is to give away to people, whether you like want to talk to them. It's like a really great way to meet friends too, which I think is awesome. But it can be anything. Like my friend Brooke, she made friendship bracelets. There was a mushroom fairy that I met and she gave little mushroom trinkets. I met this other like wench bar maiden and she like wrote these like naughty jokes on these little scrolled pieces of paper and gave it away to
cute.
people.
What are you doing with these afterward? Do you have like a trinket jar?
Yeah, so I have a trinket jar now. Like
You do?
I do. But it's kind of, I think a lot of us have one of these, but it's like a memory box where you put all your cards and your photos. So my trinkets go in that box. But I got so many trinkets
Really
this
excited.
year.
I thought you had labeled something as a trinket jar, and I
I love that
guessed it on the
idea.
first try.
Weirdly enough, I don't have a trinket.
box.
I don't actually have one. Damn, I could have made that at pottery.
Shut up! Next time.
Next time, yes. But yeah, it's a really great and easy way to make friends and start conversations. And it feels like way easier to be like, oh my gosh, I love your outfit. Here's a trinket. Than, hi, nice to meet you. So that's a fun thing to bring. And it's pretty common. And if you've been to the Ren Fair before, people will like know what you're doing, which is really great. So
I like to nestle them in between my breasts.
that's a good holding place and they keep warm.
I tied mine to my corset strings because I got like a little keychainy flowery thing made out of
Cute.
beads. And when I went to put the corset back on, I was like, what the fuck is this?
Wait, from last year?
From last year. I
Oh,
thought
that's
it was, like,
wholesome.
part of it because I was like, why would they make it like this? It's banging around. And then I realized that it was the trinket. And I
That's
took it off.
wholesome. I love that.
Yeah, no, it was cute. It was pretty. I have it just lying around in my junk right now. All right. So, what is the weirdest thing that you've seen at the Ren Fair, would you say? Like, do you...
There's a lot of weird at the Ren Fair.
Tell me.
I feel like
I feel like we should preference like what the Ren Fair is exactly.
true. And
Yeah.
what I think we can't skip what it's like at the Ren Fair. I definitely said it was
What's
inclusive,
like?
but
Sorry, I didn't even realize I skipped that question because I'm sweating. Go ahead. What is it like when you're at the Ren Fair? For me, it felt like I was like going back in time, going down a dirt road in the sun with no air conditioning, trying to find my friends through a crowd of people.
Wow, that's not fun. I remember
It's like
when
the yellow brick road.
when I first went to the Ren Fair,
dirt.
I was just like, oh my God, this is so cool. Like, it's so immersive. The music, the people there. And that's why I say, like, it is so much better to dress up in person so that you can get the best experience possible. It is hot and it is like you can, easily get dehydrated. But I mean, that's the experience of being back.
historically accurate, baby.
I feel like the first time you go, it's like sensory overload, like trying to take everything in. Because that's what it's always like for me when I'm like going into a new crowded thing. Like I remember the first time at BEA, I just felt really disoriented. So like the first time experiencing this huge Ren Fair, I was just like, whoa, there are so many shops and so many people and it's such a long road to the end. Like there's so much stuff for so long.
I think we should also preface that when Natasha and Christine are talking, they're typically talking about Irwindale
Yes.
Renaissance Fair, right? So every Renaissance Fair is different. Some of them have permanent structures. Some of them don't, like Irwindale. Some of them go for like a really long time. Irwindale is about 2 months for its season. Escondido Renfair is only like 2 weekends. So it really depends. There was probably likely a Renfair in your area, at least like within 2 hours of driving. They're everywhere. They range in sizes, but you'll typically find people dressing up. You'll find folks that are making handmade goods. And I think one thing that I've seen online is that they just tend to be the most inclusive and like accepting spaces. So it feels obviously like it, in a way, I think that Renfair feels like an alternate dimension where everyone is like accepted and you can be yourself. Sometimes for better, sometimes for worse, truthfully. Like, I think there are some things at the Renfair that like a kid shouldn't see. For example, like we were saying, weirdest thing at the Renfair, there was
like
so many
sections.
They do have adult sections, and that's great, but I'm talking about the people that attend that often bring like BDSM or kink into a very public like space with children. Like, there was a lot of folks with leashes and whips this year that I saw. Often there's furries, which truthfully is, in my opinion, isn't super, like, I don't think it's harmful. They're typically just wearing a costume. It sounds really hot and miserable, but if that's what you want to wear, that's totally fine. But there are, you know, things that you are going to see at the Renfair that I don't think you would see walking down the street. Yeah. Because people feel more comfortable and feel like they can be themselves.
Yeah, it's a very like open-minded place, which is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like they have a lot of shows and things. I feel like we as a group, when I go with smaller groups of people, I'm able to see more, honestly. There's jousting, very similar to medieval times. If you've ever been to like medieval times, the jousting is probably my favorite part of Chloe is waving a flag.
I'm waving a jousting flag specifically from Irwindale for Prince Garrett, who has gone viral on TikTok a bunch because he's gorgeous.
He's been viral? Oh my god.
Yes, because he looks like a prince. Like, that's the reality. But jousting is super fun. I'll let Natasha finish her thought.
And there's so many funny shows, people singing songs of the times, like gestures. There's the washerwomen. There's
and acrobats.
Yeah.
Sword swallowing.
Yeah.
It's the best.
So cool. Fire dancing.
Fire dancing. These shows, I think, are genuinely like the best part, and I think they're the way to get the bang for your buck, because you're paying $45 around, give or take, depending on which fair you go to, and the shows are absolutely worth it. It is amazing. These folks are like so talented in really unique ways. You know, like plenty of people are talented, but they're niche. They're so niche, and it's amazing. And so many of them are funny. A lot of them are adult themed, which you will like, you know, they'll tell you before, but it's so much fun. And almost every Renfair has a joust. The size of the joust is, you know, different everywhere. At Irwindale, the folks that joust at Irwindale have been doing it for years and years and years.
And they travel. A lot of these people travel all around the country, too. So they're at different fairs.
Even the crafts people, they often go to multiple. This is often their like full-time gig. Yeah. They are literally just selling their corsets at Renfairs, and they travel, and that's what they do. And the jousting is amazing. I will like give like a tiny little lore drop on the jousting at Irwindale. At Irwindale specifically, it is a family. It is a family business, these jousters. And Sir Max, who is like the dad, Papa Jouster, his 2 sons are also now professional knights, which is crazy. And I was like, I think I turned to Natasha or Christine during my birthday, and I was like, there's like, that's how you get into jousting. I don't know how else you would.
Family.
It's a family business. Yeah. But yeah, they're all family members, including Cordelia, who is, if you've ever seen TikToks of her, she's also gone viral, who is like the referee for the joust. But it's really cool. They're all such amazing people, and they're all related. But there's typically a joust at every Renfair, and it's so fun. But you should always go like 30 to 40 minutes early so you can get a good seat. And some Ren fairs don't have microphones, so it's even more important for you to be towards the front so you can hear what's going on in the story.
Yeah.
This is my first joust at your birthday. It was so fun.
It's so fun.
The joust is the coolest thing ever. Like Alex has missed it every time we went, and he finally got to go on your birthday, Chloe, and I was just watching it through his eyes, and he was having so much fun.
It's so much fun, and you get to root for your favorite. I typically sit on the side of the Lion and the Moon, and they're pretty iconic. They have like, there's 2 teams for jousting, but because I have like a little baby crush on Prince Garrett, I finally sat on his side and bought his flag. But it's so much fun, and it's really amazing what they're doing, right? It's a show.
They're actually like spearing each other.
And they're wearing so much heavy shit.
On the day that it was 100 degrees, I was like, I couldn't believe it. They were bright red because it was just like, I couldn't even imagine how hot they were.
Was conducting all that heat. Yeah.
Insane.
But you know what's also cool about it is that like the show extends past like the actual joust. Like they were like fighting about who won during our show.
Each time
and there was
it's
like
different.
blood spurts and stuff. Like they had sword fights. It was so cool.
So typically, and this is also something that happens at most Ren fairs, it's not just Irwindale, there is the last joust of the day is the joust to the death. So there's always like not only a joust, but this amazing battle, which is really cool. And yeah, Natasha's right. It's different who wins every single time, and it just depends on points and how well they did. One thing about the Irwindale jousters that I think is so amazing, and if any of my horse girls are listening, this is for you, they don't use bridles. They don't use bits in their bridles. So typically when you're horseback riding, there is a bit where you pull on the reins, and it pulls on a bit in their mouth to direct them where to go, and it hurts. It can really hurt the horse, especially if you pull really hard. These knights are jousting without that. So they have such amazing control of these horses and are doing this amazing sport without hurting their horse. So if you're concerned about, animal cruelty or, if that's like something that matters, of course it matters to all of us, but I know that some people are like really passionate about it. Those horses are treated so well, and you can see just how much care there is. So that's also really like wonderful to see that, you can go and enjoy a joust and none of these animals are getting hurt.
Yeah. And then outside of the joust, I think a lot of the culture, there's a lot of drinking culture.
True.
At the Ren Fair, which none of us partake in. First of all, it's too hot.
Yeah.
But like, if that is your thing, they have like a whole pub crawl situation going on. There are booths where, like, particularly where you can be talked dirty to as a maiden, like, serves you a drink down your guzzle, down the gullet.
You can also do that one with water. Yeah. The lines are really long, but if you want to get degraded by one of these bar maidens, you are able to do it with soda or water.
So every time I've gone with different friends and different people, and people, like, their main goal is to get drunk, and obviously they will have a DD, but you'll see a lot of that too at the Ren Fair. Yeah. So yeah, there's all that, and there's also, I want to do it one time, the Queen's tea.
Yes, the Queen.
The Queen is a big deal at the Ren Fair.
And she's amazing. If you give the Queen a trinket or like a gift, she will write you a handwritten thank you note after the season is over. It's like so beautiful, the Queen and the Queen's court. And also they're super fun to interact with because the Ren Fair pays them. They're actors, and they just like are so witty and so fun. And there's this like gorgeous tall bearded man that I have a huge crush on, and he's like one of the Queen's attendants or part of her court, and he's just so funny. So like, if you're scared to interact with people but really want that aspect of the Ren Fair, the paid actors and actresses are amazing at what they do, and they will always make you feel like comfortable and never socially like awkward.
Yeah, some of the best times is like when you're interacting with those people too, like if you want more out of the experience.
Yeah.
All right. Do we want to add anything? Do you have any stories at the Renfair?
One thing
not
I
to
don't do at the Renfair is pee or anything else. I do not go to the bathroom at the Renfair. You do not want to have to.
Potties.
It is porta potties. It's in the sun. It's gross. There is one real bathroom, and that one real two real bathrooms at Irwindale. And they still get disgusting. Like, it's not that much better than a porta potty.
It's like a park bathroom.
The porta potty, I had to pee when I got there, and it was like a hot box. And
peeing when you first come in, though, the porta potties at the front, I think, are usually the best, in my opinion, because it's before people hit it's before people have the alcohol and hit the alcohol. But I try to pee less.
If you are a person that needs to pee, though, go at the front.
Yeah, exactly.
Just don't be like me if you don't have to, but I definitely starve and dehydrate, and I don't pee.
Yeah, I peed my one time and I was good, but it's very sunny. You should.
Also, you're wearing so many things. I feel like I wear a corset almost every time I go to the Renfair.
Yeah.
Peeing with tutus and corsets and layers and belts and all this shit attached to you is insane. So I that's one thing that I
dread the most. That's the one thing I dread the most. Yeah.
Also, there's so many things to do for free at the Renfair. You just have to look for it. There's so many different scavenger hunts that the actual Renfair puts on. There's also these amazing arts and crafts demonstrations that I was able to do last time I went. That was really cool. I got to make a little favor out of wheat. That was something that peasants did to go steady with someone or show that they were dating someone, which I thought is really sweet. And there's also a lot of historical reenactments that you can actually join. They look a little intimidating, but you are able to go up to them and talk to them. So
I wanted to ask you about, so they have you can shoot a bow and arrow, you can throw knives, you can throw axes. So Chloe did throwing knives, I saw on Instagram, and I wanted to do it, but we didn't get a chance to. And I was just thinking, is there anything, it would be really easy for a serial killer to go into the Renfair and murder people because people just have weapons.
I forgot you had this thought.
Yeah. So is there someone who would stop you from taking the knife and throwing it at someone behind you?
Yes. So there are so many security guards at the Renfair. Again, we're talking about Irwindale specifically, but typically most fairs have security guards. There's actually a few ones at Irwindale that are infamous for being extra crazy.
You know them?
No, they're just they've gone viral for being extra crazy. There's one of the joust security guards knows me very well because I have dropped things under the bleachers multiple times, and every single time he is you. What did you do this time? And I dropped my phone. I guess this is my biggest at the Renfair is I always drop stuff underneath the bleachers. And if you're high enough, you can't reach it. The first time I did it with Tosh 2 years ago at this point, I was able to kind of slither into the bleachers and grab it and cover myself in dirt. But I was able to do it. This last time, I could not get there. So I had to call a security guard, and that security guard had to call another security guard to be hey, I dropped my phone. And then I told them the wrong section. I was oh yeah, I was definitely sitting in that section, and I was not sitting in that section. And they were there's no phone here, lady. And I was well, it's a sparkly case. And the security guard looks at me and he goes, of course it is. You look like a damn glitter bomb. And I was I was can I just have my phone? I don't...
Oh.
It's okay. I got it. It was covered in dirt. But anyways, that security guard knows me because I'm a klutz, I guess. So watch your shit. Watch your shit.
I just remembered a tip from my which was not something I could have prepared for, but if you have allergies to the outdoors, take your Claritin, take your Zyrtec. So the first time I went at the other one, what is the one called?
Escondido.
The Escondido one, we danced around under a tree and
Chloe ate shit.
So yeah, Chloe ate shit, but we were having lots of fun. But we were kicking up all the stuff into the air. And afterward, I'm like, what's going on with my eyes? And they were just like swollen so much. And then like I had hives on my legs and I was so itchy. So I had to take a Benadryl.
Yeah,
But,
Renfair is definitely not for the weak.
No,
you're gonna be,
it is not for the
it's not
weak.
for the weak. You're going to be
Yeah.
hot. You're going to be
take
hungry.
your prep for
You're gonna be having allergies.
Discomfort. Have your allergy pills.
Oh, have a
Tylenol?
change of clothes. So a
Oh,
lot of
yes.
times, so I feel like I didn't understand this going into. A lot of times people bring their entire outfit and they drive.
Change into it.
They drive
I
in
have
cozy
been
clothes.
butt ass naked in that parking lot.
Yeah, same. They change there. I don't like changing there because we've already been in line for like an hour trying to get
get
there.
in. Parking.
Parking
We
is
even
a
talked about
miserable
parking.
mess. So just prepare to get there early and know that it's going to take you a while to get in and park. But I like to come in my full fit and then like put some things on in the car, and then I always just disrobe once I get back to my car. And I've got like a big sweatshirt or shorts or sweatpants.
Do
things
not
like that.
recommend driving in a corset.
don't, yeah. I left my corset undone.
Yeah,
and then-
I undo my corset.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's really hard to get full dressed because of all the layers. Like there's so much and you have no mirror, so it's like unless you're very talented like Natasha with clothes, like I think I would have been a hot mess trying to get ready.
You can always use someone's car next to you as a mirror and kind of
Yeah.
just or your
The
iPhone.
mirror is like the size of a hand.
no, I'm talking about the
Like the
reflection.
window.
The
Oh,
window.
but what if you don't have a reflective surface?
A car near you probably would.
With my luck, I'd start doing that, and someone would be in there looking at me. That always happens when I look at a surface that's reflective.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but you're just know you're gonna be uncomfortable, and the best thing, the best time I've had at Renfairs is when I stay till the very end, and then you go out with everyone, and then you just dance in the in the front, and you just like, woo, we did it, Renfair time.
For my birthday, we stayed until the very last second, and it was so much fun. And I just like, there's something so special about the Renfair. Like we're saying that you're going to be uncomfortable and you're going to be hot, but you're going to like have such a good time. I feel like especially our
I feel
listeners,
like if you're
like
prepared for that,
Yeah.
then it's not a big deal. It's
yeah, and just like be careful. Yeah, be careful. Like prep and
Prep with
listen to your body.
ibuprofen.
True.
Or just bring it.
Yeah.
Oh, I pregame with ibuprofen.
You pregame with ibuprofen. I pregame with a Monster. That is my
I
Renfair
pregame with
pregame.
electrolytes and sunblock.
There is different types of women. I actually, it was like first weekend or maybe it was second weekend for Renfair, and I like didn't put enough sunscreen on and I got burnt, and I was like, well, got a base layer for every other Renfair that I'm going to for the rest.
One of my favorite things, I was there by myself alone for a while last year at some point when I was dressed up as like a Meg fairy, and I was sitting there and I was like, oh my god, I need sunscreen. And so I turned to like a mom next to me. I'm like, do you have any sunscreen? She's like, I got you, babe. And then just lathered me up. And,
Hot.
that's just like how nice people are there.
Yeah, everyone's really
It's
nice.
literally the best.
I felt really bad not buying an $80 umbrella because the lady was so nice to me. And like, what about this one? What about this one? This
I
one
ended up buying a leather vest because the people were so nice to me. And it's really pretty, but I was like,
Is
not.
that one with the
Is that the one with the thing?
Yeah, I was about to say, do we want to
I
talk about the coolest
literally-
thing we've bought?
Okay,
1 second.
Chloe got this cool ass fucking vest that I immediately was like, I need that. Went to the website and it's like $150, and I was like, I couldn't pull the trigger on it. And they only had like certain colors left because they're so popular. Oh my god. It doesn't do it justice on the hanger. Like, it looks so cool on.
Yeah, so I mean, there are photos of me in this on Instagram, shameless plug, but they're
I followed them on Instagram because I love it so much.
oh yes, Crack and Whip is amazing. It's all handmade leather. Let's see if I can actually do this myself.
When you say handmade leather, did they take it off the cow? What do you mean?
They're leather workers, so they probably work from like
sheets of leather.
sheets of leather.
Okay,
Yeah,
with a planner.
I can't imagine they're like a tannery, which is what I guess a leather. Yeah.
That's a very interesting piece. It's just
Yeah.
like a strip with
Yeah, I
ruffles.
thought it had more to it.
Yeah. And then
It's really like It's hard to put on camera. I'm not going to lie to you guys.
Chloe is struggling to put on the piece right now if you're listening to the audio.
That's the other thing about Renfair garb is
hard to put on.
it is hard to put on, especially yourself. And there has
Especially in parking lots.
Yes. So I often go and meet people there because I'm not like, not
God.
a lot of people are coming. What?
Wait, sorry, we have to mention that Becca came in complete tooth
yes.
and she kept coming undone, so she kept having to have Alex use those big wire things. What is that thing those cutters, wire cutters?
Like some like
Pliers.
pliers
To re-put her in her outfit.
That's the thing about Renfair. Like, I love deciding like what character I'm gonna play as. And I'm mad I didn't go again this year. I was too tired, guys. I've been immune.
Also, it was 100 degrees when we were supposed to go.
Really hot.
Well,
yeah.
I love to go as like, a pretty fairy princess. But you know what else I love to do? I love to be sexy. I want my
you
tits
do.
out. I want to be that girl. And that's the girl I can be at the Ren Fair. Can't do that anywhere else. But I can do that at the Renfair.
That's true. If you are afraid to have your tits out in everyday life, but have always wanted to have your tits out, go to a Renfair.
Yeah. Or like you want your midriff out and you're a plus size lady like me. No one cares because people do it and it's the best.
Okay, she's on.
Oh, she's got it on. It looks so cool.
It is.
And with your dress, like,
It is amazing. So it is like a two-toned pink, and there's shiny like dragon scales. I bought this specifically.
It looks like kind of like the queen, the ruffles. Like, for anyone listening, you should look at the YouTube. YouTube.com/those4
But yeah, I am obsessed with this piece. It is amazing. And I saw it and I was like, oh my God, it's pink and there's dragon scales. And they have a Wicked collection out right now. They're just like, it's amazing.
What is
and
this place called?
It's called Kraken Whip. It is so amazing, the like craftsmanship and the artisans there. And especially if you're creative, just going there and talking to people about what they do and their process and like, it's just amazing. There's swords, there's ceramics, there's crochet. I got myself a little pet sea dragon. The first weekend I went, it was like hand crocheted. I basically bought like every pink thing that I fell in love with at the Ren Fair this year.
But that, like cape you got, like the
lace cape I got.
Yeah, that was really pretty.
Wow, I bought a lot this year, huh?
All right. Do we want to add anything else to wrap up this discussion before we move into Mary Kiss Clip? Because we're getting late.
I think what not to do is like, do not go to Ren Fair to judge others.
Oh, yeah.
Go in with an open mind. You're probably going to see some things that you've never seen before. You're probably going to see folks being more out there than you typically would be in everyday life. But the best thing about Ren Fair is that everyone comes as they are and gets to be like the best and brightest version of themselves. So do that as well. And also like say yes more. Say yes more. Like when someone gives you a trinket, talk to them. When this person is doing a fit check, talk to them. When you see
Hype
like an
them up.
actor, yeah, like just get a little like brave at the Ren Fair, and it'll be the best experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one time, weirdest thing that happened to me was a girl came up to me and gave me a trinket, and then she talked to me for a long time. And then she hugged me and like open mouth kissed me.
Oh my God! Yes,
we were together.
I forgot about
remember
this
you
girl.
telling
I
me
was like,
this
wait,
story. You
this
told
was
the pod
crazy.
in Tea
Did
Time,
did
I
she not
think.
touch your boobs?
I don't.
I think she touched your boobs.
Something like that. Yeah, I was just that was not cool. So
I thought she was a fan, but she was just random.
I think she was just I don't remember.
I think her friend
exactly.
was a fan, and she was random, and she was
Yeah.
all up in your business. Yeah, don't invade other people's spaces.
Yeah,
unless
no
they
touching.
consent. Yes,
There are goats sometimes that you can pet. And
that's true. Occasionally, there's goats.
And there's rescue birds.
True. Oh my God, I was so upset that they didn't have the falconry show this year.
Yeah.
But yes, Ren Fairs typically will have goats, birds. There's a petting zoo. Huzzah!
Huzzah. All right. Well, that is going to wrap up our Renfair discussion. That was fun, y'all. Now, if you have any other questions, feel free to drop them in the comments of the thumbnail on Instagram or in the YouTube, because we'd love to, Chloe or Natasha, probably answer your questions. I've been to the Renfair twice, but one time at this Renfair that's big and one time at the small one. I held a goat. It was really hot.
Those photos are very cute. Those
Yeah.
are some of our best
I
photos
got
together.
really great steampunk sunglasses. At Renfair
I
Escondido.
literally went to the Escondido Renfair and was like, I want to buy those glasses that Christine has because she looks amazing in them, and they didn't have them.
Oh, sad times.
But Christine looks amazing in those glasses.
Thanks. I forgot to bring them for the second time I went, and I was like, this is the only place I can wear them. Stupid.
No, I think you would wear them.
I tried to wear them with a different outfit. It didn't match. But anyway, we're going to roll into Mary Kiss Cliff. All right, Mary Kiss Cliff. We're doing medieval timeline themed, I think, with the evil priest from the Hunchback of Notre Dame,
Oh no.
the gargoyle from the Hunchback of Notre Dame, or the goat with an earring from the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Why can't I have Esmeralda?
Because she's too hot. We couldn't have her in this group. It would be too easy.
Yeah, what about Phoebus?
Is that the jester
Blonde.
guy?
No, it's the tall blonde
Oh,
guy.
yeah, he was also too hot.
The jester guy is creepy.
We've got evil priest, Hunchback of Notre Dame gargoyle, or the goat.
Well, considering the evil priest is a human, and
He's terrible.
He's so bad.
I
hate him
know
so
I
much.
would kiss the evil priest, and
I would kiss the gargoyle.
I would marry the gargoyle.
Oh wait, yeah, I'd marry the gargoyle.
I'd marry
I'd
the
kiss the
gargoyle
goat.
because, like, think about it. You're not tied down. It's like a gargoyle. Like
He can fly.
you're married, so you have the privileges of a married woman at that time.
married.
But then you can be a sloot.
I'm getting like them confused with like the gargoyle show, like from the 90s.
No, they're mean. They're mean. They're the
Gargoyles are
gargoyles.
No,
like,
they're nice in Hunchback. Aren't they friends with Hunchback of Notre Dame?
you're right. In
they're nice.
the movie version, they're nice.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Sorry, I was thinking about the musical.
Oh, okay. They are nice. So I want to marry the gargoyle, kiss the goat, and Cliff the priest.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Cool. So you're gonna marry the evil priest?
No, I'm gonna
What's
kiss
that
him.
terrible
I'm gonna
song
kill
that
the
he
goat.
With the fire? I hate that song.
Hellfire!
Hellfire.
Fuck that guy. I remember that came on. I just turned to Natasha and I was like, ew.
The song is like basically talking about
The
like,
lustful,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's an
Everybody wants to
amazing
kill her.
song. It's an amazing song. He is
He's an
evil.
asshole.
Yeah, but like, I'm gonna.
I was like,
what,
this
it's
is
one
a
peck.
Disney movie.
Okay, and then I'm killing the goat, you guys, because food is hard to come by in these times of the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
You're gonna eat that cute goat with the earring?
Circle of life,
you
baby.
could just milk them.
Circle of life.
Make some cheese.
Well, in this game, I'm cliffing him. What do you mean? Of course, I would rather not kill the goat, but in this situation, I'm killing the goat. That's what cliff means, right? Oh, you know what though? It's a goat. No. Listen though, it's a goat. So even if I throw this goat off a cliff, the goat's fine because it's a goat.
Yeah,
I mean, if it catches
videos
the
of the goats like
edges.
falling off cliffs and then like they're fine.
The whole cliff or down the
Yes.
side of a
Yeah.
mountain?
Down
they, like-
the side of a cliff and they hit and they spin
Yeah, and they're
And they
fine
tumble.
typically. Yeah.
and then they're fine.
Yeah. So I'm cliffing the goat because the goat would be fine. So, and if it's not fine, I'll eat him. So it's good.
All right, it's giving Thor. All right, let's see. That is our show for today.
We have to do one last one together.
One last what?
Huzzah. We need to do so. One last huzzah together.
Oh, what was it? How was we supposed to know
that
that?
was
Our
our
show.
Huzzah!
Our show is edited by Emma Burton, Vergard, Natasha Polis, Christine, Riccio, and Alex Polis. Our music is done by Cole Jenkins with vocals by Heather Trasker. Our socials are run by Chloe Laverson. We release new episodes every single Friday. We are off to go record Fangirl Tea Time, which is available if you become a patron or if you want to try it out. There is a free trial. Remember, it's a free trial, and it's a little more than free to join the Patreon, but there's a free trial. So check it out in the show notes. My name is Christine.
I'm Natasha.
And I'm Chloe.
And it's late, and I'm sorry I just rambled for 3 minutes about the word free. Bye, everybody!
Bye.